Let me tell you something real quick. The reason why you attract land whales and single mothers, because these women are desperate, man. You see, females without kids, bruh, that are slim and shit like that, they got their pickings. Even like ugly women who are slim, got their pickings, man. You know, so women who got like, nice little curvy body, and maybe she might have an ugly face or something like that, they got their pickings and stuff when they don't have kids, because they're more desirable when they don't have kids. Women are less desirable when they're overweight and they're single mothers. A lot of men don't want to deal with the kid. You know what I'm saying? They don't want to deal with that crap. And then a lot of men don't want to deal with the overweight too, like being overweight, fat, out of shape, don't want to exercise. You know. They don't want to deal with that, man. You see, a lot of these women, they ran around with the bad boy, in their prime or when they were young. They get into their 30s now, they want a good guy afterwards. After they're done finishing having their fun. And then when their their dating pool like shrinks, then all of a sudden they start looking at the good guy or the guy that's, 5'9" or 5'10", you know what I'm saying? He start looking good after a while, you know what I mean? Like, think about it, man. If you was in the desert, right? A glass of water would look so good to you, man. You see what I'm saying? Because you're thirsty. And you ain't had nothing to drink in a while, it'll look so good to you, But if you're in like a rainforest, okay, and it's always raining, a glass of water is not gonna look as good as it would look good, in the desert. That's how it is with women who don't have kids, women who are in shape, they got a nice body and stuff like that. They got a number of options coming toward them all the time. So that's why it's so hard to get a woman without kids, because, especially nowadays, because of the internet, because they got their pick. These females, especially when they're young, they're like 22, 23, they ain't got no kids. They got a nice body, nice face. They got all the options in the world. But once they get knocked up by that bad boy or Chad or Tyrone, boy, the good guy that's under 6 feet tall, he started looking good. He started looking pretty good, because when the thing is, when these females, they meet these dudes, okay? Hold on one second. When they meet these dudes, right? These bad boys, okay? Tall, good looking or whatever. And then once the bad boy sees that she has a kid, he ain't gonna want to stick around. He might want to pump and dump. But the bad boy that's tall, good looking, he got all them options up out there. He said, nah, I don't have to deal with no single mothers. When you got options, why would you deal with single mothers? Single mothers is for men who don't have a whole lot of options. So, this is the reason why a lot of men attract single mothers, especially if you're under 6 feet tall. I've seen it before. I seen, like I said, my ex-girlfriend's daughter, man. She was dating them tall bad boys, for a while. She was dating them tall Chads, because she was dating Hispanic men. She was dating them tall Hispanic men. The moment she had a kid, she couldn't get them tall, young Hispanic men no more. Them guys got options. Tall, young, you know what I'm saying? Them dudes got options. They don't have to settle for less. You know what I'm saying? They don't have to settle for no scraps. You know what I'm saying? So then she start going after the dude that's under 6 feet tall, they start going after lesser desirable men. Okay, they start going after the lesser men, and then she started noticing that she can get those men. Okay, then that's when she started going after them. Okay, so okay, I can get these men. I can get these men who are like, who don't have a whole lot of options. They don't look too good. They might be average at best in looks and shit. You know what I'm saying? Their options are limited. So then that's what happens when you're attracting single mothers. You see what I'm saying? Because let me tell you, in her prime, at her best, she's not checking for you, man. When she young and got a nice body and no kid and stuff like that, they not checking for the guy, under 6 feet tall, the guy that's a good guy. They're not checking for these type of dudes. But the moment they knock up and them options start drying up, believe me, their options dry up once they have a kid by another man. Them options dry up. So then they start getting desperate, and they start, dating the less desirable man, the man that's, maybe 5'7" or 5'8", 5'9". Maybe he might be, like I said, he might be average at best in looks. You see what I'm saying? But he treat her good, and he's accepting her kid. You feel me? He's accepting her and her kid. You see what I'm saying? Because you know what, guys who are under 6 feet tall, those guys are a little bit more desperate. I could be desperate myself, but I choose not to, man. I choose to hold out until I get enough money in my pocket so I can get the best things. But a lot of men that are under 6 feet tall, they're a little bit more desperate than the guys who are over 6 feet tall and good looking. Okay? So after a while, some of these women, they start turning to women and shit. If they can't get the tall bad boy, they can't get the average man to stick around, they turn to women. That's what happened to my ex-girlfriend. She couldn't make it work with the guy under 6 feet tall, so she became lesbo and shit. I asked her mom, I was like, is your daughter dating a woman? And she wouldn't even answer me. Her mom wouldn't answer me. I asked her a question. I said, is your fucking daughter dating a woman? And she knew that she was dating a woman. I could see it. I could see the girl that she was hanging around with was gay. She got really desperate and started dating women. So I'm saying, a lot of these females, man, they don't think about their actions, bro. They should have been checking for the good man from the get-go, and they wouldn't have been in no single mother situation. You see what I'm saying? But nah, a lot of females that have hypergamy, it works against them in the long run. You see what I'm saying? Their hypergamy works against them in the long run, after they done had their fun and shit. But, that's the way the cookie crumbles, man. You pick the men that, the most desirable men, the man who gets you wet and shit. You know what I'm saying? You let that motherfucker come up all on you, and you don't think about the outcome of the situation. This bad boy, most desirable man will leave me with the kid because he got a lot of options. You see what I'm saying? Some women go after men who are less desirable because they don't want to have to worry about all the women. You know what I'm saying? But that's only a few. That's only a few. Most women go after bad boys. And men who are Chad-like or, Tyrone-like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they go after these guys and they don't think about the consequences of dealing with these high-profile, high earners or high desirable men, you know what I'm saying? They don't think about the outcome. They think about, let's get it on, let's get this shit on, let's fucking shit. This guy makes my pussy wet. And I done dated some single mothers in the past, and I look at their children, Children all tall and shit. I'm like, God damn, your kid's about tall as me. How tall was his dad? Oh, he was like 6'3", 6'4". Then why you dating me now? I'm 5'9". I'm 5'10". I'm between 5'9", 5'10". So now you dating me now? Cause you desperate. That's what it is. You know what I'm saying? I remember I used to date this one chick a while back, man. Her name was Gwen. I told you guys about this female, man. You know, she had a couple of kids, and Gwen looked good. She was 32 years old, and I was 24 at the time. Gwen looked good. That was the best. That was the best, like woman I was with, bro. The best. I mean, looks wise, that's the best that I could do at the time, bro. That's why I went with her. I didn't care that she had 2 kids. She was a 7, bro. That was the best that I could do, looks wise. And I went after her, you know. But one day, I think I was chilling inside of her house, and then her baby daddy showed up at the house, and I ran and I hid in the room and shit. I told you guys about this shit. I tell the same stories all the time throughout the years. I ran and hid in the room, right? And I heard his voice. He was in there talking and shit. He was inside the living room. I was inside the bedroom. And then he left, right? I looked outside. Yeah, the guy was more superior to me, bro. Bro had a bigger head, bigger skull, bigger hands. He was taller. He was about at least 6'1", 6'2", at least 6'1", 6'2". Okay? The guy was a big dude. And I was small. I was small compared to them, right? But I'm looking at the situation. I'm like, well, you know, she wasn't really checking for a guy that was my height. You know what I'm saying? Or my caliber of of manly style. You know what I'm saying? She wasn't checking for my caliber, before she got knocked up by that dude. It's when them options start fucking drying up. That's when they come running, bro. That's when they start picking guys under 6 feet tall. You notice females, their options start becoming lesser after they've had their kid. You see what I'm saying? Their options, the guy might be broke, or what I'm saying, he not doing so well financially. You know what I'm saying? Because they ain't, these guys who got a lot of money, or guys who are desirable, guys who are 6 feet and bigger skull, bigger hands and stuff. These guys, they can, they got a lot of fucking options, bro. They don't have to deal with single mothers. So every time a female, try to approach guys who are like what they're used to, right? They approach dudes with what they used to, like before they had a kid. You know what I'm saying? They got the thing for guys, who are super tall and good looking. They approach these guys, and the guy like, okay, cool. You want to go hang out and stuff? But wait a minute. Do you have you got kids? You husband or something like that? Oh, I got. I got a kid. I got a kid that's 7 years old. I got a kid that's 5. I got a kid that's 3 years old. And the guy, the high desirable guy, he look at her like, oh no, I can't deal with no single moms. Maybe I might smash her, but I don't want to be in no relationship with her. So then she start finding out that she start asking why these guys pumping and dumping her and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Why these guys do? How come they don't want to stick around? It's because you have baggage from another relationship, which is a kid. A kid is baggage. Whether you like it or not, you can try to call it, you can call it not baggage, but it is from another relationship. That's why when you get married as a woman, you better make sure you want to stay married. Because if the man leave from the house, you are screwed. You better learn how to deal with his cheating and shit. Because you're going to be in a worse situation if the man leaves. You're already in a bad situation dealing with the bad boy. In my past lifetime, I have always had single mothers come at me all the time. You see what I'm saying? I have always had single mothers throw themselves at me all the time. When I was coming up and when I was a young man in my 20s, I have always had single mothers come at me because they're desperate. We all know that dudes, past a certain height, we all know they're more desirable than the guys who are under 6 feet tall. We all know that. And then, they go out and they deal with these guys, and then they get knocked up, left to be a single mother. And them guys who are under 6 feet tall, they start looking good after a while. You know what I'm saying? I told you about, the desert and shit, bro. Like when you trapped in the desert and you looking for water, a glass of water, looks very good. You see what I'm saying? A glass of water looks real good in the desert, bro. But it doesn't look good when you're in the rainforest, though. When you're in the rainforest, okay, shit, water coming from the sky all over the place, okay? Water coming from the sky, don't have to worry about being thirsty because you can wake up in the morning, and there's water all over the place. Water inside the bucket that you put outside and shit. Water inside cups that you put outside. So when you got plenty of water, bro, why settle for the imitation water? You know what I'm saying? Or why settle for why settle for water that's across the street or something like that, or water that's down the road? Okay, you got water at your house, but one day if you wake up, and then outside, all of a sudden, changes from a rainforest to a desert, and you ain't got no water, you gonna go the extra mile looking for that water, bruh. You gonna go down the road. You're gonna be desperate because you desperate. You looking for any type of water. So then, when you find a glass of water, you try to hang on to that motherfucker. Okay, because not a whole lot of water. It's the same thing if black men went over to like Thailand, and he lived in Thailand. Okay, there's not a whole lot of black men in Thailand. So guess what? If you're a black man that got a little bit of money in Thailand, okay, you stability, you're gonna cop a good looking female. You see what I'm saying? Because there's not a whole lot of competition out there. There's not a whole lot of water out there. You see what I'm saying? That's why a lot of black men need to get away from the saturation. A lot of black men need to get away from the saturation because it's too saturated over here. With Tyrones all over the place. So that's what I'm saying. That's the reason why a lot of you guys attract single mothers and land whales, because these women they can't get Chad, okay? They can't get Tyrone because Tyrone are not really dealing with land whales like that. You know what I'm saying? Maybe a guy that's a 7, he's dealing with land whales, okay? But for the most part, okay, Tyrone was not dealing with a land whale. Trust me, he's not. Maybe on a rare occasion he might deal with a land whale, okay? Maybe if, the females that he tried to call up don't answer their phone and all he got is that chunky chick, he'll go slay the chunky chick for a little bit, but that's about it. But I hung around Chad, a guy that was an Arabic Chad, and he did not fuck with like women he didn't find desirable. Like he wasn't attracted to the average looking female. But on a horny night, yeah, a Chad, a Tyrone, they'll fuck average women on a horny night, yeah. So that's why it's hard to get average women nowadays, because Chad and Tyrone is fucking them. You know what I'm saying? So these women go after guys under 6 feet tall, go after guys who don't really got their shit together because their options have dried up. That's it. I got to end the video. I got to continue to work. You guys have a good day. Subscribe, like, comment, hit the cash app on the way out. I'm out. Peace out. Take care. And I got my other channel up, man, but I don't want no trolls and shit to follow me. So I'm gonna start my new channel, bro, and you're just gonna have to find it on your own, man. Cause I'm gonna start with a new fan base and shit. You know what I'm saying? Cause I don't want no trolls and shit to come around and talk shit. Cause I got a lot of trolls right now talking shit and, you know, leaving me messages and shit. I'm like, motherfucker, am I that all important to you? I must have hurt your feelings. That's the reason why you following me, bro. A lot of these trolls, bro, that's the reason why they following Kelcat, because I got to that fucking ass. I hurt their feelings, and that's why they following me. Anyway, man, let me know what you think. I'm out. Peace out. Take care and bless.